Hi Sagittarius, I'm still in your energy. It's been a weird week. I've really been traveling with Sagittarius this week in terms of the vibe, the energy, the movement of the planets. There's been so much happening. As I said yesterday, we've had Pluto move into Aquarius on the 23rd, which was very significant for you. It's going to be there the next 20 years after a short break in between. Very significant for you. And today, in the Northern Hemisphere, in the UK, we get an extra hour of light. And that's also so powerful because it changes our vibration and it takes us out of that tired winter feeling. Although spring happened with the spring equinox, there was so much movement planetary wise and so much going on. The meeting of Cancer and Mars created a real impasse in Sagittarius, in the sense that they didn't know where to put themselves. All they felt like they could do was work if they had to work and go to bed. And literally everything was a toil. Walking was a toil. Feeling tired became the norm. And also very despondent feelings on Sagittarius's part, which isn't in tune with their nature, I will say that. So it has been a healing period, but the pain had to get deeper for the insecurities to be felt that Mars brought in, and the insecurities come to the fore for us to deal with them. Now, a lot's been happening, and I did mention this yesterday, in that someone that's quite vain, arrogant, and not necessarily your person, maybe, but not in my vibe right now, and thoughts, a person was definitely bringing you a lot of wounding from the past and still in this present moment, whether that was because they are linked to you because of a child, perhaps your co-parents, or perhaps it's someone in your family that you couldn't get rid of so easily, a sibling or a parent even, someone who's abused you in a narcissistic way, a sort of more verbal, vocal way than physical abuse, although it could have stretched into physical abuse. We are getting some nice cards. I'm just keeping at the bottom here, but it's been a very weird time because it's almost been like you've been having a tower moment, Sagittarius, this weekend, where you've not known where to put yourself, or since the 23rd at least, where to put yourself, what to think, how to think, and some of the thoughts have been quite shocking. You've made massive discoveries about who's good, who's bad, who shouldn't be in your life, who should move on, for you to get the best possible life, because sometimes some people do create a bad energy, and they make you nervous and they make you feel very unfiery, which is so un-Sagittarius. So yeah, there's been a lot of discovery, a lot of healing of the pain, but a lot of the pain coming to the fore this weekend or this week. But the angel of balance has been really looking after you. You can't see my table, you can't see what I have here, but I have, you might be able to look up further back video and you'll see my angel. You'll see my sugar plum fairy, which has been blessed by a white witch. You'll see my angel candle, my angel book. You'll see Our Lady, the mother of Jesus, and she is the ultimate divine feminine, and this is a very important time for the divine feminine. Also, you'll see my spirit turtle, you'll see my dragon, you'll see Cupid, and you will see my leprechaun, Romulus and Remus under the wolf, and my Buddha, my crystals, my Chinese cat, my Indian god and another Indian god, a pot of money, and Padre Pio, who's a very powerful Italian force, and my Pegasus, of course, and my love signs. So I'm surrounded and faced with all these that are bringing in the right energy for you. So let's hope this healing is really taking, well, I'm not hoping, I actually know this healing is a really important thing for you. And the realization also that you enjoy peace now. You've never craved peace in your past. It doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 60 or whether you're 25 or 20. You have elevated spiritually, and now you crave peace like you've never done before. You don't want to wake up bothered, angry, feeling sad, feeling used. You want to wake up with good vibes and positive energy around you, and you want to be happy. And for you, peace is now becoming the ultimate everything, and that is what's really showing me is happening here. And we've got the Ace of Wands, that tree growing with its beautiful leaves and branches, and you growing also. So so really, as you get older, you just want to be surrounded by good people who are good for your energy, good for your vibe. And although your person is important to you, and a lot of these videos this week have mentioned your person, someone who broke your heart, possibly deceived you, you now will not, under any circumstances, here we have the Magician, your manifestations, under any circumstances put up with deceit, with sadness. You want to expand your spiritual awareness. This was happening in Pisces season for you. Definitely when Saturn moved into Pisces, your spiritual awareness started to grow, and you became less bothered about what your person felt about you, whether they wanted to take a chance with you again, whether they were interested in a deeper connection. All these things have come up in our cards this week, really. Is this person now more sure than they ever were? So this became less important to you, and your progress became more important to you. And the only person you would accept was a man, if you're a woman, holding a genuine heart, or vice versa. So for you, the truth is in your strength now. You can go without, and we've got the Strength card twice here. You can go without because you have realized what your self-worth is, which is an amazing thing. And that has become really apparent because of Jupiter working so hard for you. Jupiter is your ruler, and they want you to expand. They want you, Jupiter wants you to expand. Jupiter wants you to show your worth and to see it for yourself. They don't want you to be power controlled or manipulated. And even your person who really holds you dear in their heart, that is for sure. And that's the message I'm getting from the angels who are healing that person as well as yourself. Even though they hold you dear to their heart, they did not behave in exactly the right way that they should have done. And that is the question that you will keep in your head. But a lot of people didn't treat you right. You had a lot of envy around you, a lot of friendships, a lot of envy, less friends now. You underwent complete and utter transformation. Pluto and Saturn have cemented that transformation. You isolated yourself to a certain amount of time, and also didn't have a lot to do with some friends who judged you or judged your person or judged your relationship with your person, or were jealous of that relationship. And you realized as you spent time alone and your person's not communicated with you enough, that is really something that has to come through in these cards. Lots of other adjacent possibilities were coming up in your life. The fact that you were so skillful and so good at different things. And you sort of come back to reality with the pain, with the upset, with the sadness, with the feeling of despondency, with this impasse situation. You've come back to reality and you say, I am who I am and I will win with or without that person. So that person is becoming less and less important to you. Forgive me if I'm wrong and if I'm not resonating with you, but the wisdom of love is guiding you. The wisdom of what love is about, the energy of love. You want the true energy of love. You don't want hostilities. And I'm not saying that person gave you hostilities, but there was something strange about it. You weren't being told the exact truth. And this made you into very much the thinking woman. I'm speaking to you as if you're a woman, but please reverse these cards if you're a male. So you developed this thinking woman because you questioned their sort of rejection of you, them not being around whenever you really always needed them, and you were questioning why you were rejected at some times. Was there something going on in their life that stopped them giving you that full love that you deserved? Were they in another relationship and didn't tell you? This is the question. Or were they putting money before you and were in a job where they became power obsessed and only interested in money, so became workaholics? There can be various possibilities here, but they didn't tell you the whole truth and you didn't become the whole of their life. So they caused a lot of confusion for you, but they were living in a stagnant, I get with who I'm resonating with, they were living in a sort of unhealthy relationship they didn't want to tell you about, but because it gave them the material gains they required, they were scared of rocking the boat, and hence they felt that they were better walking through that door, which was their door of value, than your door. But that's changing. They want to walk through your door now. But your door, this card is a twofold meaning. Your door is really bringing in money, work, success, international recognition. The blocks that were blocked in the past are opening up for you. It's all about divine timing. Sometimes you have to wait for the right things because they won't work at an earlier date. So you don't want dead ends. You might have gone down this route that you're going to go down in a few weeks earlier and there would have been dead ends, or you might have already experienced dead ends with, say, the publishing of a book or a video channel or a YouTube channel, obstacles being presented to stop it flowing, but it's not gone. You are going to open up these things again and you will get what Pluto and Saturn want you to have together. Now Pluto and Saturn are together, they're going to create the karma you deserve. And your karma is going to be very good because most Sagittarians, and especially the one I'm resonating with here, has got a very good heart, possibly too good. And you have to find the people that love you like you love them, have the ability to love like you do. It's hard, but you don't want people that are not able to love in a way like you do. And the healer of all ages, whether you're religious or not, has been giving you these thought processes, has been showing you the way forward, and to show you that you have to be happy for the people around you. You might have children, you know, your person can't allow you to be unhappy, so other people around you, your parents or your children, are unhappy. Sometimes People come into your life because they're meant to stay, and sometimes they come into your life because they're not meant to stay. Some are destined to stay. Here we've got the Justice card. You are holding a sword and a balancing scale, and you are holding that sword because of that other person I was telling you about in your past that might be creating havoc for you behind the scenes and has not got your greater good in their heart. So someone's going to be going, a friend or a family member, no doubts, you're going to cut them out. But it's, you know, row the boat you're in and don't let anyone on your boat that's drilling holes. So that comes to mind with that sword. But you're looking for a balance in your life now. You're looking for someone who can bring in the good. You don't want the bad. You want the good. You want that feeling of peace. It's very important to you in this Pluto moving into Aquarius, transformation. Pluto is a transformation planet. You don't want to go into that 20-year period with aggression, with confusion, with hostility, with isolation because you feel upset. No, you want all that out of the way and you can move forward with power. And you are patient enough to have waited for the right moment. You are not the sort of sign that will just settle with anyone just because you feel the need to be hugged or to have sex or whatever. You are very strong and you are waiting for the right person. You don't want to settle like dust. You know that to settle like dust is not the right way. If you don't feel it in your heart, this is the card I associate with Sagittarians' feelings the most, because Sagittarians jump straight in like the fool. Look at the fool at the edge of the cliff. He's not a fool really, but you have been foolish in the past, I will admit. And you know, I'm a Sagittarius as well, so I do talk about myself as well. You have jumped in sometimes and your inner voice, your gut has been saying don't, and you've ignored it. And I've ignored it on 2 occasions and I've paid the price. But when you feel it, really feel it, and you jump in and then you get rejected and then you get the upset as you had with your person, it's not funny. It really makes you question values. It makes you question yourself and other people in the universe and on this planet who are good for you. And so you will not put up with that again. But when you feel it, and if your person comes forwards, we're going to look, because I think they're going to come forwards with forgiveness as their ruling, as their point of talking, and also the fact that they think you're their destiny. When that happens, and if it resonates with you, please like, share and subscribe. But if you get that feeling that this is your forever person, you're going to jump straight in. Of that there is no doubt. Now let's see what comes up for us even more. Well, we're getting absolutely loads of the Emperor and Empress cards because I've mixed a few of my tarot decks up here so I could get the repeat. Just look at this. So we've got the Emperor, the Empress, the Emperor, the Empress twice, as if we don't need reminded, and we've got the Destiny card. So quite honestly, it's saying this is your sunshine. This person, this coming together is a miracle that's worth cherishing. So really, we don't need to know that this person is your destiny, but how's it going to run? How's it going to run? Well, they will become your world again. They were your world, but they let you down. But somehow this time their approach will be different. They are going through some shit themselves right now. And they've probably had quite a period of time away from you, possibly a year, no communication. They've tried to pull away. They really loved the communication. They really loved the time they had with you, which was minimal. It wasn't one of those relationships where you had massive passion, but you didn't have a lot of time together, I'm getting. It was more a connection of the mind, of the soul, and time was limited, possibly because of their work or possibly because of their other life that they didn't tell you about. But the connection was remarkably ridiculous, and it's making them, the angel of strength is going forward for them, and they're all tied up in their situation, but they're learning now how to untie those ropes. They've got a lot of healing going on, and to untie those ropes, they're going to have to go through massive financial constraints, but they're beginning to think that's worth it. Let's get a few more cards on your person's situation, please. They have to overcome physical, mental, emotional, and financial boundaries. They have to resolve those situations. They've been attached. They've had like a mask on them. They've been attached to the wrong things. They're finding there's a lot of deceit in their life, and they don't want it. And they're feeling like the Hanged Man, which could be making them into a Pisces or have some placement of Pisces in their chart. But they are definitely feeling the need to move forwards to Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is giving them all they need, all they want. And you are their soulmate, and they know that. You are their emperor or their empress, depending on gender. You really are. And they see you as their forever girl or boy or man, and they see you as their destiny. So they are really churning all those things up in their head right now, and fighting to get out of that stagnant, unhealthy relationship, even though financially it will not be a good thing for them. Right, what have we got here? Okay, Temperance. They have developed a different way of thinking, Temperance. They've become a much more spiritually elevated person since they've had you. That card's fallen on the floor, I have to check it. They have become more spiritually elevated since being with you. And like the sword and like the balancing of the scales, they're doing exactly what you've been doing. They're feeling the need for fairness. They have to cut out of their confusion, cut out of their life to get the balance they want. And they're going to have to put up with a lot of gossip because they're breaking away, but they think it's worth it because you are their lover, their ideal dream lover. So you are what they've always wanted, and always wanted all their life long. And the communication they've had with you, which could have lasted many years now, has been the happiest time. And when they've been away from you or lacking communication, they've felt very sad and alone. So they've realized the reality of you being in there, you being in their life for them to be happy. So they've actually realized that complete and utter, they want a renewal with you. They're coming forwards for that renewal. And of course, like we said, Pluto is the planet of renewal, of transformation, of things changing for the good. They're a victim in their situation. They are not happy. So if you imagine your person to be happy, then you are mistaken. They are not. They're probably lying there thinking very sadly about life and listening to songs that remind them of you, or songs that relate to their sadness. I can see them listening to music quite a lot. I can also see them just drinking quite a lot. And it's that due to that, yeah, they're developing a different strategy now. So they're getting out of it, whether they're going to communicate with who they are, either who they're working with or the person they're with. But they're getting impatient now for movement, and they don't want to be stuck there forever. Whilst you, Sagittarius, we're going to be looking at you, are going to be getting different opportunities coming through, and you are definitely seeing things in a different way. They feel very guilty about the way they've treated you. And they're almost frightened of coming forward because they think you're going to reject them. They think you're going to say, I'm not putting up with this again. I'm not going to actually let this happen again. But as I said, it'll all be in that feeling, the moment of contact. It will definitely be with a message, I would think, rather than a phone call. Yeah. But you are still there. You are still there for them. Massively there for them. And you have grown in confidence in this time, even though you've gone through all this pain. What's happened is Jupiter, the planet of expansion, that's been in your house of true love, has taken that anxiety away that you felt because this person made you feel dreadful, and it's replaced it with confidence. And you've got all these angels working for you on your chakras and opening them up, and you're going to start feeling a little better. You've probably felt a lot of bodily pains over the last few days where, you know, walking was difficult or just sitting up was difficult, and you just felt tired, massively tired. But yeah, there's going to be change on that front. And you always show a great amount of gratitude, Sagittarius. That's your strength. And you pray with a really good heart. Whether you pray to someone religious or you pray to the universe through manifestation, it doesn't matter. But you do it with gratitude. You look at what you've got and you thank for that. And then you wish for more. But you're learning that manifestation... Oh my God, the cards are just flying onto the floor. You're learning that manifestation is down to wanting to help someone else. So if you want money, it might be because you want to help your son get to a certain position in life, like pay for videos. You want to help him or promote his confidence and help him build up a profile. Or it might be that you want to set up a clinic that's going to help people with nutrition needs, or it might be that you want to help the homeless. Your gifts are coming because you want to share and you want to help others. Now here, your soulmate, your person, is breaking away from that workaholic attitude. They're going like, I've been a workaholic for so long, now I need a bit of enjoyment. I need to live a life. There's no point being the richest man in the cemetery or the richest woman in the cemetery. I need more. I need to create a life for myself that's worth it, that's worth me living in. Two more of these, and then we're going to go to my mini tarot. Some cards for Sagittarius, please. Some messages for Sagittarius, please. Yeah, I think you're going to forgive. They're going to ask for forgiveness, and I think you're going to forgive because you've got a greater wisdom now when it comes to love. As I said earlier, that wisdom is guiding you into listening to your gut, into listening to your higher self. And you know that it's worth holding on to things that make your body feel good. This growth you're going to experience with this person is going to be immense. But the growth, as the Ace of Wands showed us there, the growth that's happened with you, it's like the roots of the tree that have become established. It's been immense. But another thing is that karma is very much on your side at the moment. Anyone who has hurt you is going to get a karmic lesson. And you're going to see that happening more and more. And your instincts are so great. They're almost like a wolf's instincts. And as I said, you are one of the best people to give money to, because you will use it for the service of others, and the universe knows that. You're not greedy. You won't keep it for yourself. You will use it to help others. And your manifestations now, your affirmations, are very important to you and important to your plan. So wishing upon a star, your manifestations, please carry on doing that. It's so important. And remember, the angels keep popping up in this reading. They're really on your side. And the world is at your feet. And not only is your person going to become your world, that's happened twice now, but you are going to have a much better world. You're releasing all that pain, all that heartache now, and you're taking in what the universe wants you to have. You're overcoming that. Am I not worth it? Is it possible? Am I good enough? You're saying, yes, I'm choosing this activity. I love it, and I'm going to make it lucky for me. And I'm going to choose the right people to join me on my journey. Yes, your journey's been bittersweet on the work front, but it's going to bring you abundance and balance, which is what you were asking for with that Justice card, and joy. So all these things are going to come about because of your perseverance. You have worked really hard in the last few years at your skills, at your writing, at your creativity, at your acting, at your music, at your development, at your learning. And you've had great faith in your skills now. So the completion of those rewards is coming thick and fast. Let's turn to my mini tarot, because these speak volumes to me. With Pluto moving into Aquarius, it's been a very important time. You're getting to know yourself again. You've lost yourself for a number of years, whether it's been because of COVID, whether it's been because you're seeing people with different eyes, whether it's been because you've lost people through grief, you've had trickery done to you, and you've had people that have being impartial when they should have stood up for you. These things have changed you as a person, and you're finding yourself again now. So this Pluto moving into Aquarius is massive, and Saturn moving into Pisces was massive for you. And some secrets about that romance will definitely come to your knowledge, whether they come via someone else or via your person. And you have to now understand, and you have to have an understanding of what importance love is going to have in your life. Now, it's very important, but when we're young, love is everything. When we meet our first love, love is everything. And we actually neglect ourselves, because what our heart is telling us is all that's important. But as we get older, as we get into our 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, then we start to realize that what our head is telling us is also important. That's what we mean by balance. And so the love aspects of your life, they have to be examined. You have to face the choices you've made in the past and how they've affected your future. And you have to say, what spot does love take in my life from now on? Even if this person is my most valued person in the whole world. I'm not going to allow anyone to have massive power and control over me, even if they've got my greater good at heart, because they might manipulate me into what their life wants, whilst my life has to be the one that carries the most wisdom for what I need, for what my family needs, for what my children need, for what my future children need. I was reading an article yesterday, and I'm a great believer. You don't know anything about my private life, but I do life coaching, and I'm a great believer in the child you create being with you before that sperm and egg meet. That child is spiritually with you before. So if you start talking to it, it knows it's coming. It knows it's going to be with you. And so for people that, I want to say a little bit more about your person and yourself. Let me get some cards, because these is what's coming up with my small tarot now. So yeah, so if you've not had children yet, talk to them before, and please believe me, it's so powerful. And yeah, you can go through stress in pregnancy. Your child does feel it, but the bond between you and your child becomes all the greater if you talk to your child in the womb. It's a new journey if you're going on that one. Self-love is very important for your child to feel happy and to be connecting with you. And I can see a lot of stability. I want to go to your person in a minute, but I can see a lot of stability at the end of the day with your person. They are going to be jumping in like the Fool, because they feel quite foolish when it comes to you. They feel an absolute strength, and they had admitted or accepted that they've done wrong. I think they were in a threesome, because that card comes up all the time for me. They are in that hanged man position, as I've said. They've got through that now. They're magicking up their own future with you, and they are overcoming the obstacles that they've been given. They want justice for you. They know there needs to be balance and proper growth. So they're willing to put balance in this relationship as the be all and end all, even more than money. So whether a male or female, they're going to put that loving, caring attitude as more important than the money side. They're going to focus on the bigger picture with you two now. So it's a new journey. So a reunion is on the cards for some. Let's get some more cards to see. Someone's going to be coming forwards, and I think it's someone from your past. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune is on your side, both of you, with that, because as we've talked about destiny and the love that was gone that's still there. And we've got the Emperor again, as we got the Emperor and Empress. And their stalemate situation, their threesome situation is definitely going. Yeah. They're working on new skills, on creating a new life for themselves, even if they have to go into self-employment with lesser money. They're looking to the future as being a future with you. Can we have some more cards for Sagittarius, please, before we finish this reading? And they know that you're going to be feeling overwhelmed by choices, because you are very attractive, and they know that that's what attracts them to you. And your world is opening up, and they want to catch you before you're gone. Look, that's the old lover card. I get that every time with you two. And I always get the Chariot card, which is your destiny card, and with the Emperor and Empress, it means you're going to find each other, and there's going to be a lot of stability in the relationship this time. So I think we've had some great cards for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to carry on with you for a few more days. I was going to finish it after the 7th day, but I think I'm going to take you to the end of March because I want to stay in your energy and get your feelings and how you're going. You're honouring your emotions much more than ever before, rather than suppressing them. Stress is leaving, happiness is coming in. Listen to your intuition, that's the key. Yep, that Tower moment is happening right now in your person's life. They're cutting the cords, they're coming out of their stalemate, and they're seeing that that's the end of a cycle, and they're on a spiritual journey to you now, which is a completely different relationship, because they value your divine feminine or divine masculine. They know that you have socially and spiritually evolved to a level that is powerful, and they want to be part of that. And that started in the Pisces season, with Saturn moving into Pisces. Yeah, they're going through legal stuff, that's for sure. You'll be finding out all this soon, whether it's breaking a contract with work or whether it's actually a divorce. You will find out about that. Okay, yep. Success with them is coming. Success for you is coming. Queen of Swords, they're cutting through all the confusion and getting rid of the nasty arguments. They felt sad, they felt the pain, now they're feeling more determined. They realise they can't live in that devil stagnant relationship any longer. Their transformation has taken place. Temperance is taking a hold of them. The angels are speaking to them, and they want an overflowing new relationship with you. They want their cups filled. They want their wishes fulfilled. Yeah, they're seeing you as their possible forever partner, and they're coming forwards with consistency, with a strong will, and with explanations. They don't seem to want me to stop. It's all about divine timing, patience, waiting for the universe to give you what is real. And just say you had met someone else and settled in, then you would never have had that triumphant outcome with your person. So you were meant to wait. You were meant to go through that heartache if you're still waiting. And their fear of loss has gone now. The only fear of loss they will have in the future is fear of losing you, whilst in the past it was always a fear of loss regarding money. Now we're in Aries season. There's a complete different vibe going on. Remember, anyone who's hurt you is going to be getting their karmic lessons. They're going to learn, your person's going to learn different ways of earning money. And they're going to realise that the way they were working was not good for their health and not for you. And you've started to look after yourself, bringing the sun back in. You've been very busy creating success, or the foothold for success is coming. And you're learning that when you're tired, you have to rest, because the healing period is so important. But one thing you will say when this person comes forwards is, if this is not new, clean and amazing and loving and kind and a commitment, I don't want it. So go where you've come from. So you will not accept that same situation. You've cleared your vision for your future. You are no longer feeling restricted by fear. Whether you have your person or not, you're going to have a good life. So you've left that feeling of fear. You're now in a feeling of joy. You're the Queen of Wands. You're the Empress. You're going to get what you deserve, because Pluto, the planet of transformation, is here. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is with you. And it's saying shed old patterns, develop new ones, insist on the new chapter being amazing and the old chapter coming to an end. So even if the new person is in your next chapter, they're going to have to be very different, because it's a new journey with them now. It's a different area, a different way of being, an area of transformation. So remember, Sagittarius, you're exactly where you're meant to be. You might be feeling sad, you might be feeling lonely. You're not going to feel like this forever. You will have the massive changes that will come, because you deserve them and because they're meant to be yours. Nothing passes you by. What's meant to be yours is yours. So deepen your faith in the universe and what it has planned for you. And then watch your blessings multiply. Let's take a last card for Sagittarius. Let's see what comes up. Or for their person. Here we've got the Hierophant. What more do we want? We've learned practical lessons. We will not make the same mistakes again. Sagittarius, you will get your peace. You will get your happiness. You will get your success. It's coming, and your person is also coming as the same person in the same body, but with a different heart and a different soul and a different outlook to life, which is what you need, because that was what was wrong in the first place with that relationship. So if your person is on their way and coming to you, they're going to come in a new transformational capacity. So be ready for that. And if you haven't got a person and you are waiting for your new love to come in, it's coming. I do believe it will be with you before May the 16th. That's when Jupiter, being in Aries, moves into a different house. It's in your house of true love at the moment, and it really is trying to find true love for you. Have a wonderful day and evening, Sagittarius, and I'll see you soon.